I joined speech and debate because of the community. The students, teachers, coaches, mentors, and the NSDA were so accepting to me even when my school never had an NSDA chapter. This experience changed me to become more compassionate, understanding, and has led me to help others.
I joined speech and debate because of my friends, and I saw them doing it, and I saw them gaining more confidence and more experience. For this reason, I chose to join as well, and it has impacted my life greatly because now I do research, and I research the topics that I care about, and I speak about them when I can.
I joined speech and debate primarily because I wanted to feel more confident in my abilities in speaking. And it's changed me in that regard as I've become more confident in my speech, the way I present myself around others, and the way I communicate with my friends, my family, and my peers in general.
I joined speech and debate to get over my fear of public speaking. In the past 3 years, I found a place where I could express my voice.
So one of the reasons why I joined speech and debate was so I can learn more about the world and the common issues that many people face today. And that's one of the things that definitely came true, and I'm really glad that it did.
The reason why I joined speech and debate was not only to diversify the extracurriculars that I partake in, but to also fuel an interest in me that my parents and I noticed I had ever since I was younger. Whether it be furiously going back and forth with anyone on any particular topic, speech and debate has allowed me to create this interest into a strong suit of mine.
I joined speech and debate because I wanted to learn how to more effectively communicate and improve my public speaking skills. And through debate, I've done that.
I joined speech and debate mainly because my sister was first part of debate, and so I thought it would be cool to try a new experience and join speech.
The most memorable speech and debate experience I remember was when I championed a high school tournament in my 8th grade year.
My most memorable speech and debate moment was, it's a bit odd, but when I was finishing up my last round at Yale, all of the competitors came out the room and we just started talking. Like we knew each other for years. In reality though, we only just met each other for just an hour. So just like our bond from speech and debate managed to bring us together more, and because of that, I ended up meeting these really great people at the end.
Other than being named as Student of the Year finalist, the most memorable experience I have is when I first walked into the speech and debate practice room and I saw dozens of students facing the wall and talking to it and delivering their speech that way. To practice, they had enough confidence and self-assurance in themselves to be able to give speeches to walls, and suddenly I didn't feel as afraid or as inconfident anymore.
The most memorable speech and debate event that I've been in is the Harvard tournament. Initially, in my first 5 years, I only was able to break out of prelims 2 times. But in the last time that I was able to go, I made it all the way to finals, and it was so exhilarating to do so.
The most memorable speech and debate experience that I had was my first ever round that I competed in. I remember I was overfilled with adrenaline and nerve, not knowing that I had no further experience and I didn't know what to do.
Other than being named a student leader finalist, the most memorable experience that I've gathered from my years of debating is from the 2019 Harvard debate tournament. When I was there, apart from the debate, which was pretty good overall, the joy that I had communicating with not just my friends, but my other peers, my fellow debaters, that opened my world to a new level of understanding that I previously didn't have, and it really was the watershed moment in my debate experiences. It allowed me to not only meet new people, but to learn about their experiences overall.
The most memorable speech and debate experience I have is when I went to Yale, which was my first competition. I was really nervous before going into my first round, but I talked to all the other speech kids there and they helped me gain some confidence before going in.
My most memorable debate experience would probably have to be the first time I won a debate round. It might seem insignificant, but the fact that I was able to win a debate round purely based on my own research and argumentative skills was such a big thing for me.
Speech and debate has also helped in my non-academic life. It has definitely made me more assertive in ways where I can push my point across if I need to. And then I get people to understand what I'm saying or what I'm talking about without having to explain much. I only have to talk once, and that's enough.
Like I said before, speech and debate has helped me in my non-academic life by giving me more confidence in my everyday speech. And that can be seen through my easy participation in classes. Whereas before I would be hesitant to even raise my hand or to answer a question from a teacher, now I'm one of the first to raise my hand, one of the first to provide my opinion, and I'm always at the forefront of my class discussions, which is something that I feel wouldn't have happened without my participation in speech and debate.
Whether I'm telling a story through an interv event or advocating for an issue, speech and debate gave me the opportunity to stand up and use my voice.
For one, speech and debate helped me away from academics because it helped me become more self-conscious and self-aware of the world around me and the many issues people face. And that made me more aware of anything I say or anything I do, because now I understand that many people go through many things every day that I'm not aware of itself. And I want to make sure that I remain respectful for them because of that.
Speech and debate has helped me in my non-academic life because it's made me more confident in a variety of things. For example, when I'm presenting in school, when I'm talking to other people, or even when I'm telling a story, I feel like I'm a lot more articulate in my speaking, and it's also helped me become an overall good listener as well.
I am paying forward what I have learned in speech and debate by continuing the legacy of our speech and debate club at my high school. Initially, in my first year, I taught 5 of my friends Congress and original oratory. Now, our club strength is 40 students, and I have helped them learn 6 different speech and debate events.
To my surprise, I was able to coherently form my arguments, and therefore I had actually ended up winning the round.
Speech and debate has really, in my non-academic life, speech and debate was really huge for me because it made me a lot more interested in current world events and the news. I find myself actually updated with the current world events, something that I never would have done before.
Debate has helped me with spontaneously forming arguments in a short amount of time. And this has allowed me to be able to convince anyone about mostly anything in real life situations.
Speech and debate in itself is one of the few places where we can congregate and share opinions and our experiences. So as a result of that, why not share all the things that all the issues that we've known in the past, and kind of bring it up to light in order for us to solve them in the future so we can live a much better life afterwards if we solve it.
I think it's important for speech and debate students to be advocates because we're given a voice, and we should use that voice to amplify our viewpoints on certain problems and issues about what we believe is right.
20 years from now, I think I will continue to speak out against problems in my community in a manner that will clearly communicate my message to the audience.
As one of the leaders of the speech and debate group, I believe I'm paying forward what I have learned and my experiences by helping newer comers of the actual group itself, as well as helping the people around me by giving them tips and tricks here and there. Especially my younger siblings, who I love dearly, and I give them the tips that I learned during speech and debate to help with their daily life, not just speeches.
20 years from now, probably the most effective skill that I attribute to my time in debate would be my argumentative skills. Lincoln Douglas debate has really allowed me to be more effective not only explaining but also defending my points.
Our voices incite meaningful change. Advocacy has everything to do with children's and students' reactions to what's going on in the world right now.
I'm paying forward what I've learned in my 3 years in speech and debate through mentoring the younger generation of debaters in general. Through my participation in the school speech and debate club, I'm helping younger debaters hone their craft and helping them understand just what it means to be a debater in general.
To me, humility is about being modest and not thinking that you're better than anyone else or regarding yourself as more highly than any other person.
To me, integrity means to be honest in times of need, to be truthful during times that require trust. Our ability to evoke change in our communities is knowing when we are beat, so that we can rise up stronger together.
I think that it's especially important that speech and debate students are advocates, since in the club we're continuously trying to improve and further our voice in society, especially as the young youth we are today.
To me, leadership means being responsible, not just for yourself, but for other people, for showing them what you want to show them, and for showing them the right way to do things. You also have to take input from other people as well. Leadership goes both ways. Leadership is a relationship. And for me, that is an important skill that speech and debate has taught me, not just through helping the club itself, but from being there on the debate floor and learning what it means to be a true leader.
One skill that I definitely earned while being in speech and debate was confidence. I can definitely feel in myself and here as well that I've become more professionally tuned and can maintain a good conversation even longer than before I joined speech and debate.
For me, it would be confidence. Speech and debate gave me the platform to stand up and express myself without being immediately shut down or turned away.
Respect means respecting others and their beliefs.
It's important for speech and debate students to be advocates for what they believe in, because speech and debate provides an experience among no other. It allows you to gather your understandings of several geopolitical happenings and provides you with a way to communicate your desires and your beliefs on those topics in a way that not many other extracurriculars do. So it's important for us to be vocal about what we believe in, because without it, we wouldn't be here to show what we want to believe in.
Speech and debate means to me that I can now speak with confidence. I can know what I'm about to say when I'm about to say it. I can also help lead the conversation on issues and take stances on issues that were previously considered too delicate to touch on at all. On that note, speech and debate is one of the best experiences of my life.
So one thing that speech and debate means to me is sort of a celebration of one of the most unique character traits that people have, which is the ability to come together and share each other's experiences in order to get together and learn about each other even more, so we can become a more closer and better community overall.
Debate has helped me realize that my voice is a crucial part of who I am, and no matter what situation I'm in, I know that I have a right to vocalize my opinion and to do it in a respectful and meaningful manner.
Speech and debate means that we empower others through our words, our actions, and our hearts to connect students, support and serve our communities, and inspire the world through speech and debate.
To me, speech and debate is about having a freedom of expression and voice. It's about articulating what is important to you and listening to what others have to say about what is important to them.
And speech and debate to me is a forum where I'm able to go out and express myself in ways that I was never able to before.
Speech and debate is a place where I can express my voice and advocate for change that matters.
We are speech and debate.
We are speech and debate.
We are speech and debate.